Ever noticed how Sigma males rarely, if ever, talk about their past? It's not because they don't have one, it's because they refuse to be defined by it. While most people treat their history like a badge of honor or a sob story for attention, Sigma males see no value in sharing what's already behind them. And that's exactly why people are intrigued by them. Women wonder, what's he hiding? Friends think, why doesn't he open up? Haters assume, he must have something to be ashamed of. But here's the truth. Silence isn't secrecy, it's strategy. Sigma males understand that the past is irrelevant to where they're going. Talking about it? That's just wasted energy. Some might say they're cold. Others might think they're hiding something. But in reality, they've just mastered a mindset that most people never will. So why do Sigma males refuse to talk about their past? Let's break it down. 1. Their past made them, but it doesn't define them. Most people wear their past like a badge of honor or a chain. They bring it up constantly, seeking validation, sympathy, or even just an excuse for where they are in life. But Sigma males, they don't do that. They've been through struggles, heartbreak, and betrayals. They've seen the ugly side of human nature, and yet they don't sit around reminiscing or explaining their pain to the world. Why? Because they refuse to be defined by what happened to them. One of the core traits of a Sigma male is extreme self-reliance. He doesn't wait for someone to rescue him, and he doesn't expect the world to be fair. Instead, he learns the hard way that life isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. Most people get stuck in their past. They use it as an excuse for their failures. They cling to old stories to justify their weaknesses. They define themselves by past relationships, traumas, and experiences. But a Sigma? He refuses to let the past hold him hostage. Instead of carrying it around like baggage, he takes what he learned and moves forward. This is why he doesn't talk about it, because he's already processed it. People love to talk about their struggles. Why? Because it earns them attention. Some use it for sympathy. Others use it for validation. Many use it as a crutch. Sigma males see this pattern and reject it completely. They don't want pity. They don't need validation. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. They simply evolve. Their pain isn't something to dwell on. It's something that fuels them. A childhood full of struggle, they use it to become independent. A past betrayal, they learn to trust themselves first. A loss, they embrace impermanence and focus on what they can control. By refusing to talk about their past, Sigma males are making a statement. The only thing that matters is the present and the future. 2. They know most people won't understand. Sigma males live by a simple rule. Not everything needs to be said. They've walked through fire, they've fought battles no one else saw, and they've emerged stronger, sharper, and more resilient. But here's the problem. Most people wouldn't understand. Most people have never experienced true hardship. They've never been completely alone. They've never had to rebuild themselves from nothing. So when a Sigma male tells his story, he's met with blank stares, disbelief, or even judgment. That sounds too extreme. Are you sure it was that bad? Maybe you're just overthinking it. The truth is, people don't want to hear about real struggle. They want digestible, comfortable stories, things that fit within their limited worldview. And if they can't relate, they dismiss it. Sigma males recognize this early on. So instead of wasting energy explaining their journey, they stay silent. There's another reason Sigma males don't talk about their past. Society glorifies weakness, not strength. Think about it. People who openly talk about their struggles are often rewarded. They get sympathy. They gain attention. They receive validation. But a Sigma male doesn't play that game. He doesn't complain about his hardships. He doesn't expect the world to care. He doesn't wear his pain like a trophy. Instead, he takes full responsibility for his life, and that makes people uncomfortable. In a world that celebrates victimhood, a man who refuses to be a victim is seen as a threat. His strength exposes their weaknesses. So rather than explain himself, he stays quiet and keeps moving forward. Sigma males don't talk about their past because they've been burned before. They've opened up only to be met with judgment. They've shared their pain only to have it used against them. They've been vulnerable only to regret it later. And after a while, They learn it's not worth it. They understand that true strength isn't about sharing everything. It's about knowing when to stay silent. They don't need to prove their pain to anyone. They don't need validation for their struggles. They don't need approval for their journey, because at the end of the day, they know who they are, and that's all that matters. 3. They see no value in dwelling on the past. For most people, talking about the past is a form of therapy. It helps them process emotions, seek validation, or even just make sense of their lives. But Sigma males, they don't see the point. They understand a fundamental truth. Talking about the past doesn't change it. While others are busy reminiscing, complaining, or trying to justify past mistakes, the Sigma male is already moving forward. Sigma males have an almost stoic mindset when it comes to the past. They believe that regret is wasted energy. Nostalgia is a trap. Obsession with the past prevents growth. Most people let their past shape their identity. They carry old failures, traumas, and heartbreaks like emotional baggage. But Sigma males, they travel light. Instead of reliving the past, they learn from it and move on. They don't replay old arguments in their heads. They don't wonder what if about past relationships. They don't blame their circumstances on childhood trauma. They accept what happened, take responsibility, and keep going. You'll never see a Sigma male wasting time reminiscing about the good old days. Why? Because he knows that time spent looking back is time wasted. A Sigma male doesn't live in the past. He builds the future. He doesn't bring up childhood struggles to justify his success. He doesn't talk about old failures to gain sympathy. He doesn't share sob stories to gain approval. He's too focused on what's next. And that's exactly why people can't figure him out. Because while they're stuck in the past, he's already 10 steps ahead. 4. They know that silence is a weapon. Talking too much about your past gives people power over you. And Sigma males know this better than anyone. That's why they guard their history like a vault. The less you say, the more they wonder. Sigma males understand something that most people don't. Mystery is power. When you don't talk about your past, people start wondering what you've been through. They respect your silence because it shows discipline. They become intrigued by what you're not saying. Women especially love a man with layers. A Sigma male doesn't have to talk about his past struggles to be attractive. His quiet confidence speaks louder than words. Most people treat their past like a social currency. The more struggles they share, the more attention they get. But Sigma males, they know their scars aren't for public display. They don't seek approval for overcoming hardship. They don't need validation for their strength. They don't care about earning sympathy. They keep their wounds private because they understand that not everyone deserves to know their battles. In a world where oversharing is the norm, a man who keeps his past to himself is both rare and powerful. 5. They don't need pity, they need progress. Let's be honest, most people don't talk about their past because they need to process it. They talk about it because they want pity. Sigma males, they don't do pity. Sigma males have zero tolerance for victim mentality. They've been through pain, but they don't use it as an excuse. They don't expect special treatment just because life was hard. Instead of complaining, they get stronger. If they were abandoned, they became self-sufficient. If they were betrayed, they became unshakable. If they were underestimated, they became undeniable. A Sigma male's response to pain is action, not words. He doesn't talk about his struggles because he's too busy turning them into fuel. Most people love sharing their hardships because it earns them attention. But Sigma males, they don't care about social validation. They understand that dwelling on the past keeps you stuck. Instead of sitting around talking about how unfair life is, they take control of their destiny, and that's what makes them different. They don't want sympathy. They don't need understanding. They don't seek validation. They seek progress. And that's why they never talk about their past, because their focus is always on the future. Sigma males don't dwell on the past because they're too focused on the future. They don't seek pity, validation, or approval. They seek progress. If that mindset resonates with you, you know what to do. Like, subscribe and keep leveling up.